Newsflash, I am an obese black woman. Step forward, say it with your fucking chest, or shut the fuck up. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. Now today I wanted to really sit down and give my thoughts on the FAT-TOPIA documentary and all the backlash and the misinformation that's been spewed since the release of this documentary. Now, anything I say is regarding the more extreme side to this movement, and when it comes to being obese, overweight, morbidly obese, it's referring to anyone who does not have a medical condition that is preventing them or causing them to be in their circumstances. I first heard about this documentary, just like I'm assuming most of you, through Alan Roberts over at Everyday Damn Fitness, through Michelle Daniels, and through Obese to Beast. Those are the people that first brought it to the forefront for me to even go on Amazon to watch the documentary. Now, when I watched it, prior to me watching it, I was aware of there was a lot of backlash, but I also knew or had an idea where it was coming from based on what they were saying. But I wanted to watch it for myself because I know my struggles as someone who's obese. I know the struggles I've been through from being bigger than I was now. I know the true story, at least my story, of being obese. And I'm no special case. Being obese is an issue. Being obese is not healthy. Being obese is self-harm. But I wanted to see what all the backlash was about. I went, saw the documentary. I enjoyed it. Did it cover every single aspect of obesity? No, but Connor Luke Simpson worked with what he had. He worked with who was willing to come forward. And now that this film is out, I hope maybe in the future he can do a version 2. He could do a part 2, because I feel like more and more this documentary is picking up momentum, and I hope more and more people are watching it. He brings something to the conversation respectfully. What I don't like is the way he's being disrespected after the fact. He's being disrespected, seeing that because he's a seemingly healthy white male, that he can't bring anything to the conversation. He can't speak on the subject at all. Newsflash, I am an obese black woman. So if that is the issue, I'm the polar opposite of who Connor is. So I will speak on the issue because I am still obese. I've been even more obese than I am now, and I know the struggles of being obese, and health at every size is not a thing. I believe Connor approached this subject with respect and with facts, and he tried to have a conversation and tried to have an open dialogue of understanding and trying to find a middle ground where both parties can express themselves. But what happened on the other end is someone decided to hide behind a black screen, be disgusting, be disrespectful, and not come up with any facts whatsoever. My problem with these movements, and I've said it before, my fear is that it will be normalized. It will be glamorized. Obesity cannot be normalized, and it cannot be glamorized. That's really dangerous to the future of our country. That's very dangerous to the future of the world. I've thought about this for days, how to get it through to anyone watching this video, why I have this fear. The only thing I can think of that can almost make this make sense to understand this can be such a bigger problem is the teen mom effect. And follow me, because I'm going to hope what I explained makes sense. I don't know if anyone was around when MTV first launched the show Teen Mom. Their intent behind launching the show was to show the struggles of being a young parent, teen pregnancy, and the problems that come along with it. The problem that they ended up having on their hands for a little while is, as the seasons continued, the cars got bigger. The houses got bigger. The makeup, the hair, the wardrobe were changing on these teenage girls. They unintentionally started to glamorize being a teen parent. And there were many articles written about the fact that they may not intentionally be doing this, but that's actually what they're doing, is they're glamorizing and normalizing teen pregnancy. And there were reports of many teens purposely attempting to get pregnant to get on this show. Even though MTV's intent was not to do that, That's what ended up happening. These movements, not including the fat phobia, but I believe fat acceptance, the intent behind it was to have a conversation going about the treatment of obese people and overweight people. But now that they're being lumped in to these toxic groups and they're allowing it in a lot of ways, it's turning into a case where obesity with these movements can be normalized. Obesity with these movements can be glamorized. And what happens to the impressionable people who are watching and listening to these stars, these celebrities back these movements? They may think it is okay for me to be obese. I may end up on the cover of some big magazine. I may end up with my social media blowing up as well, getting all this attention. But just like those teen moms didn't realize MTV can't cut a check for everyone, MTV can't cast every teen mom out there, and they had to live the hard truth of the fact that you sat there and planned to get pregnant, to be glamorized just like these teen moms. There are women, there are men, there are people out there who will follow this trend and realize, oh, I'm not going to end up on a magazine. Oh, I'm not going to end up with all this attention. Oh, I actually ended up with diabetes. I actually ended up being housebound. I actually ended up not being able to play with my kids. I actually ended up not being able to live a full life. Obesity cannot be glamorized and it cannot be normalized. If it goes down that road, we are all screwed. We're already in a really, really tough place when it comes to the health of this nation. And I play a part in that. I fully understand the part I've played in this, and I fully understand the part I've played in my health and how I got here. I've said this many times on my channel. Anyone who views my channel, I don't want you to be who I was. I don't even want you to be who I am today because I'm still obese. I'm still working towards being a better version of myself. I'm working my butt off to be healthier than I was. And I struggle with a lot, just like a lot of people viewing this struggle with a lot. What we don't need is internet keyboard trolls going after people's families, going after people's characters, and spewing misinformation. I was talking to two of my friends in the gym the other day, and I was explaining to them my frustration with this movement personally attacking the influencers who are just trying to bring good back, bring hope back, bring facts into the conversation. And one of my friends asked a great question. He asked, well, outside of the personal attacks and outside of them being extreme, what facts have they brought to the table? I couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of one fact that these extreme activists brought to the table, and I told him that. And his response was simple. He was like, no, this actually makes a lot of sense. It's like a debate. If you watch a debate, sometimes what will happen is when someone doesn't have any facts or any backings, what they do is they attack the person's character. They try to tear apart the character and what they're saying. And what the public doesn't see is that they never had facts to begin with. But because they're skewing and changing your opinion of that person's character, it takes away all the power behind what they're saying by simply just attacking their character. When in reality, the public doesn't realize the people spewing all this hate, all this dirt on someone's name, never even introduce facts to you. The extremists who are sitting there calling people sexist, bringing race into the issue, bringing their families into the issue, they're just trying to attack their characters because they actually have no facts to back up their claims. So by attacking someone's character, it can potentially take the power away from what they're saying. And that's why I realized I had to make this video today. Two reasons. The fact that they're attacking people's characters, attacking people's families over a film that I feel like was respectful and did bring a lot to the conversation. But to turn around and to now attack people because you have nothing to bring to the conversation, you have no facts to bring to the conversation. I went on Instagram yesterday, and I wasn't aware, because I don't follow these pages, there was a post made about me. And because I'm getting tagged so much, I must have not seen it in my feed, but let me read it to you. I've seen this one appearing more and more recently. Just went over to her YouTube, and now I'm having to force myself to eat. Charlie Gold, you have let so many people down and hurt so many more. Please report. I read straight through that. In my opinion, my perspective of that post is the people that I let down, the people that I hurt, are the people in your movement, because I do not co-sign the ignorance that you're spewing. I do not co-sign the self-harm that you're approving. That's who I hurt. You can report my video all you want, but my video, the video I posted, is facts. The video I posted is my truth. So you can report whatever you want. But there has been tens of thousands of people to see that video at that point, and I have received 99.9% positivity on that video. It spoke to many people. So you can report anything you want. It doesn't silence the message. What is your message? You don't have a message. Your message is trolling. Your message is being keyboard thugs. Your messages is going after people's families, going after people's characters. Let's take the name calling. Let's take the other actions, the other extreme actions that you're doing. Let's take it off the table for a second. Let's bring facts to the table. From what I understand, Alan Roberts and Connor, they have both extended an invitation for someone to step forward and have an intelligent conversation with Alan that includes facts and not name calling and not character assassination, not going after people's families, none of that. I would be there front and center to watch something like that go down. And while you guys scramble to find someone with balls enough to step to Alan, or vagina strong enough to step to Alan, I would also like to add, I want someone to step forward who supports your movement, who is morbidly obese, who can do life's simple tasks. I want them to get down, tie their shoes, and get up with no assistance, get up without back pain, get up without knee pain. I would like to see them get down in a squat position to pick up something as simple as a laundry basket and get up without any pain, knee pain, back pain. I would also like to see them wash a sink full of dishes that can take minutes, up to 30 minutes to wash and dry without sitting down once. I would also like to see that person run down a flight of stairs and run back up it 4 times consecutively without almost passing out of death, without almost passing out of a heart attack. So, feelings out of the way, name calling out of the way, bring us facts. These activists, these extremists want to shout fat acceptance. I'm sitting here fat, morbidly obese, and the people that are actually more open to accepting me, supporting my journey, listening to me, hearing about my past, hearing about my goals, are on Connor's side of the conversation. Obese to Beast, Alan Roberts, Michelle Daniels, Swolenormous, and many others that you guys are personally attacking. To me, they're the true picture of fat acceptance, because they have never once said, because of your weight you should be treated a certain way, because of your weight you are not beautiful or you are beautiful. So I sit here as an obese black woman, seeing that race is a thing for you guys. I sit here as an obese black woman, and I'm backed by the influencers and the people who bring something respectful to the conversation. I sit here with my current struggles, with my past struggles, trying to share the facts of being obese. And the people who are backing me are not the people as extreme on your side, screaming fat acceptance, screaming health at every size. You want to be accepted, but yet you turn around and you attack people's families, you attack people's characters. You don't want to be accepted. You just want to be right. Because if you wanted to be accepted, if you wanted people to understand the message you were putting out there. You would sit there and have a conversation to come to some type of an agreement or come to some type of an understanding. You don't want to be understood. You just want to be right. And that is ignorant. For me, with all the nastiness that I've seen come from this extreme group, there has been a clear line drawn. There's a side where feelings are involved. There is a side where misinformation is involved. There's a side where personal attacks are involved. And on the other side, there are facts, there is respect, there is an open conversation, and there is no ignorance. I'd rather sit on this side while I better my life than sit on the other side with the rest of you extremists and continue to slowly kill myself. I won't do it. I did it for many years. I will not continue to do it. I support the FAT-TOPIA film. I support what Connor tried to do. And you know what? Connor still succeeded. As much as all of you want to sit there, these extremists want to sit there and try to bash his name, go after his family, leave horrible reviews without even seeing the film, he is succeeding because a lot more obese people are stepping forward. See, what you thought you were doing has now the opposite effect. What Connor did was brave. What Connor did was respectful. And I support his film. And I hope he comes out with another one. Because I will be first in fucking line to speak the truth of obesity. I hope to see you on that live if you're brave enough. Without a black screen. Without being behind a keyboard. Step forward. Say it with your fucking chest or shut the fuck up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.